Welcome to the Switchblade Sister Social Club. Yet another true crime podcast where two middle-aged friends exploit their worst fears for your entertainment. You're welcome.
For more information, find us on Instagram and Facebook or check out our website at www.switchbladesisterssocialclub.com. Audience discretion advised.
Hi, this is Dee from Switchblade Sister Social Club and
Emma from, a sister from another mister.
yeah, she's one of us. She's one of us. She's the new co-host. So to ease her in gently, I decided to do this little bonus episode where she doesn't know this.
Oh, okay.
But I have an amazing book I got for Christmas from a dear friend, and it is the Serial Killer Trivia Book by Jack Rosewood.
Oh.
So he wrote some amazing books, some of them which I've used as research, like the book I used for the Eric Edgar Cook serial killer, the Perth serial killer, the last man hanged in Western Australia. So he's written some amazing books. This is a trivia book, and I thought it would be fun to go through some facts to prepare you for your Switchblade Sister Social Club journey.
Okay.
Yeah?
I'm ready.
So, first of all, if you can hear snoring, it's not us. It's Emma's bulldog. Get used to it. It will be a constant background. You know how some podcasts have like atmospheric music? We're going to have bulldog snoring. We sometimes had Lola. We now will almost always have Mabel.
Yeah. I have two bulldogs, and Mabel is the snorer. Like, she wakes me up during the night. She wakes me up.
We've had to turn the TV up because her snoring is loud. And we will post pictures on socials of all of the furries and scalies of the Switchblade Sister Social Club.
Yeah.
I want to first ask you, what do you think is the definition, the FBI definition of a serial killer?
Oh, I know this. It's somebody who kills more than two people.
Yes, in separate events.
Yeah.
And in the UK, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Colin Sutton, I believe
we love Colin.
Oh my God.
I met him today for the first time. He is awesome.
Official newest member of the Colin Sutton fan club.
I am. He's amazing.
He is just amazing. You see what I mean? Like, if he asked you to marry him, you would, wouldn't you?
100%.
100%. You'd be like, my life would just be so good and safe and lovely and secure and happy and good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in the UK, it's 3 or more kills in separate events.
Yeah. And in America, it's 2.
In America, it's 2.
Yeah.
Laughing because of Mabel. I don't even know if she's being picked up on, but it's loud.
Yeah, she fake snores as well, so she probably isn't even asleep. She's just pretending.
What Lola does that too, awake snoring. What country do you think has the lowest crime rate?
Oh, I reckon it's somewhere like it's some Nordic country. I reckon like Netherlands. No, that's Amsterdam, isn't it? Finland.
You're so close. Iceland.
Oh,
the lowest crime rate, and only produced how many serial killers?
Oh, it's gonna like 5.
It was 1 serial killer that they know of, and it was in the 1500s.
Oh my God. Okay, we all need to move to Iceland.
Do you know what I mean? I've been.
I mean, Iceland is amazing. I'd move there, to be fair.
It is expensive, though.
It is.
We would probably have to,
not
just podcast, but also find other ways.
Feet finder.
Yeah, feet finder. So, interestingly, as a Palestinian, politicians are not known as serial killers because if they are committed of of any kind of crime or war crime, it is known as a political killing.
Of course.
Yeah, which I found interesting because, as we know, there's lots of governments responsible for more than 2 deaths.
Yeah,
if I'm right.
Tony Blair.
So what do you think are the Tony Blair? Yeah, and pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
What do you think are the top 3 murder weapons in order? And I think this is in the States, which is a clue.
Oh, okay. It has to be a gun.
Number 1, gun. Yeah.
Number 2, knife.
To be fair, I've put murder weapons, and that's the wrong question. It's methods of homicide. I would say.
Okay.
So number 2.
So I know that like poisoning is mainly a woman thing, and women generally aren't serial killers.
Yeah, the statistics are much lower for
Yeah.
women serial killers, and their top methods are poisoning and guns. So basically avoiding physical confrontation.
Yeah. Okay, so methods of killing.
You were right with number one, guns.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not stabbing and it's not poisoning.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, go on.
Number two is strangulation.
Oh, okay.
Number three is knives.
Okay.
And in the UK, I know this from Steve Gaskin. Hi, Steve. That knives are the number one murder weapon in the UK, where we obviously have,
because we're not batshit crazy and have guns.
Yeah, not everyone has guns.
Yeah.
Are all serial killers psychopaths?
No.
In the US, there's two different ways of testing, and only about, I say only, 86 to 87% of serial killers were psychopaths. So the vast majority are,
Yeah.
but not all of them are. So what the fuck is wrong with the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
But also, you probably knew this, but I was quite shocked by this. Being diagnosed as a psychopath does not mean you are technically insane in terms of the legal definition. So I would have assumed if you were diagnosed as a psychopath, you could go to court and be like,
no, it's all about diminished responsibility.
Lawyer, education, qualification.
Diminished responsibility is basically around like you not having the mental capacity to know what you're doing.
Right. Okay. So if you're a psychopath, you still could technically have the mental capacity.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, that defense out the window for me in the future.
No, you could just say you would just have no idea what you're doing.
In the States,
Yeah.
how many serial killers do you think successfully pleaded insanity?
Oh, probably loads, because that's immediately what their lawyers will go to.
Okay, so you're right there in that lots of their lawyers will try to argue that.
Yeah.
Only one successfully pleaded insanity, and that was Ed Gain, whose name I always am unsure if I'm saying it right. Gain. I'll edit in the correct one. And I'm guessing, and this was 1968, I'm guessing it's because he made a nipple belt. Do you know about him?
No.
He killed his mum, boiled a head. Like when they raided his house, there was a fucking head being boiled. I don't know if it was his mum's head. He'd made clothing out of the bits of body parts. So he started making a nipple belt, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Oh my God.
And again, 1968, so probably times have changed, but he's the only one in the States that successfully...
No, we have that, as far as I'm aware, we have that quite a lot here. That's the diminished responsibility type, like insanity plea.
From what I gather in all of my training doing this podcast, that there's a lot of differences between the US and the UK still.
Yeah.
Want to hear the strangest motive for killing?
I mean,
we know the most
yes
common.
And no.
We know the most common: financial gain, jealousy, rage, anger. What else have we got? Sexual gratification.
Yeah.
All those kind of things, right? Herbert Mullin in 1972 and 73 killed 13 people because he thought it would prevent earthquakes in his hometown. And putting those last two facts together, either his lawyers didn't plead insanity or he didn't get that, because we know that Ed Gein is the only one that got the insanity plea approved. So even though he's like, oh, I thought it would stop the fucking earth plates, he wasn't deemed insane.
I mean, it sounds like a case that I had to deal with one time. I mean, I don't know. It's not a true crime podcast, but like
we want to hear it.
This guy. So I used to do employment law when I was a lawyer, and this guy sued his employer because basically he had got out of bed, was supposed to go to work, and then turned around and said that God told him to go back to bed. And that's why he was off sick for 6 months. And then his employer obviously sacked him. and he claimed religious discrimination because God had told him to go back to bed, which, to be fair, was the best sick excuse I'd ever seen. You know, I've seen a lot, but this was.
Can I just
this was
ask
the best one.
if that worked?
No.
Asking for a friend? No. Okay.
No.
Also, I'm my own boss, so who the fuck am I gonna?
I mean, you could tell yourself that.
Yeah, and
God told
also
you to
my
go back
boss
to
and
bed.
my one employee, both me, is an atheist. So, right. So we talked a little bit about the difference between male and female serial killers.
Yeah.
Men mainly use guns. Women
Yeah.
use methods that don't involve physical confrontation, like poison
Yeah.
and guns as well. Men use strangulation a lot and stabbing.
Because I read the other day that strangulation takes a lot.
Yeah,
Like it's not like really easy to strangle somebody. I mean, I've never tried it.
No, but it comes up time and time again, especially when the defense is used by men who have claimed that they accidentally strangled a woman to death during rough sex.
Yeah.
And it comes up especially in that when they have experts come on to talk about like how difficult that is and how unlikely you are to strangle someone by accident, you know, which it's just terrifying. But the motives are different between men and women. We talked a little bit about this. Men usually kill for power, control, and sexual gratification, whereas women mainly kill for personal gain, financial gain, status, that kind of thing. Next. No
yeah, there's
comment.
nothing to say on that.
Yeah, true. Have you heard the terms angel of death and angel of mercy?
I mean, I've been called the angel of death.
Wait, who called you the angel
well,
of death?
because I work in HR as well. So like people know that when I come around and want a conversation with them, it's never going to be good. I mean, it's not a nickname that I particularly like, but
Well,
you know, when the shoe fits.
You know, everyone's got a purpose in life, and yours is the angel of death. I used to work when I was at uni as a doctor's receptionist, and there were a lot of people that were, let's say, clinically insane. That's what they were. And many of them used to be in halfway houses. And I learned from working there that there was a lot of halfway houses and like residences like that, very close to where I lived, that were not known to the public. So that in itself was terrifying. But there was one guy who was a Holocaust survivor. So the shit that guy must have seen.
Yeah.
No wonder he was having issues with his mental health, right?
Yeah.
But he had voices in his stomach telling him things.
In his stomach?
That's where he was hearing the voices, and the voices were telling him that I was the angel of death and that I must die.
Oh, wow.
And he lived very close to my house. I was like, I hope I don't bump into you on Chiswick High Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but basically, both are healthcare professionals who kill those in their care. But angels of death kill for a host of reasons: personal gain, power, control, etc. Angels of mercy are a subcategory of angels of death. So they're like under the umbrella of angels of death. They specifically kill because they think they're doing their patient a favor.
Yeah. So what did Harold Shipman come under?
Angel of death equals Shipman is next in my notes. See? So he would claim that he was doing it because he wanted to help his elderly patients who were suffering, but that's bullshit.
Isn't it something around his mother? Like he was reenacting like his mother's death.
He watched his mum go through an illness and be put in and basically die.
Yeah.
And that clearly touched him. I think he was 17 at the time. So, you know, young, like that's still baby, you know?
Of course.
And but yeah, he would claim that it was because they were elderly, they were struggling. But when you look at the records, they were not struggling elderly people. They were in fairly good health for their age. And it was a lot to do with his addiction because he was addicted to drugs.
Right.
And sometimes personal gain because he did benefit financially. So yeah.
Bad man.
Next question. What does human flesh taste like?
Chicken.
Apparently pork.
Pork.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it would because it's like we're closest to pigs,
we share the
right?
DNA, right? The closest to so
I just went off the fact that everything tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Not that you'd know.
If it's cooked
veggie.
in the English way with no seasoning or spices, then yeah. Ouch. In 49 of 50 states, it is not illegal to consume human meat.
Oh my God.
Meaning, in 49 states, it's legal to consume human meat.
In America.
In the States,
They
yeah.
are batshit crazy.
There's only one state where it's illegal to eat a human, and that's Idaho.
For fuck's sake.
What the fuck happened in Idaho?
Yeah.
And what the fuck is happening in the rest
of it, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I never thought of like, oh, what's the most progressive state? Oh, Idaho. But apparently in some areas. All right, so Jeffrey Dahmer. We're familiar with him. Netflix, amazing series on him, which I couldn't follow because it was too grim even for me. Do you know how he died? I'm not sure I knew this.
No.
Or at least if I knew it, I forgot it. He obviously went to jail for his hideous crimes.
Yeah.
He was killed by a fellow inmate called Christopher Scarver. Just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, good on him.
Yeah, I'm not going to cry about that.
No,
You? No,
definitely
not
not.
going to lose any sleep. Not good. Please make sure that this prisons are secure and blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah, it shouldn't happen, but we're not going to cry about it.
do you know what I mean? If Jeffrey Dahmer got killed and then they also introduced stricter security in prisons, then win-win.
Yeah.
So if that was like, you know, when they hire hackers to hack into your system so they can find out the weak spots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our little bonus episode where I tell Emma some facts and she is asking herself what she has signed up to.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
We also have another announcement. We have a really exciting way that we've decided that we are going to end every episode because it's opportunity to mix it up a bit. We had the People's Pulse, which was amazing. But we're going to think of a new system, a new way to end every episode so we don't end with like, and then they all died. Good night. And then
we need some positivity.
We can't sleep.
Yeah.
You can't sleep. We're all fucking miserable. Who wants that? So.
Well, I say positivity. Yeah, that's debatable, to be fair.
It will be funny.
It's funny.
But it will be funny.
I mean, it's laughing at our expense, to be fair.
And a little bit yours.
Yeah.
So if you want us to laugh at your expense as well as our own, we are basically both single ladies.
We are.
With horrible taste in men.
Yeah.
Who have made poor life choices.
I really hope our exes don't watch this.
If they do, they're hate watching us. And you know what I have to say to you?
Yeah.
So, we thought it'd be funny to set up a form on the website where you can apply to go out with us.
This can only end disaster.
It will only be bad for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So if you want to be involved, if you want to fill in a fucking joke application, just fuck it. It'll still be better than any of the real fucking
I mean, to
options
be fair, online dating, I mean, it's
not
just
going well.
It's dire.
You know what I think we should have? 2 forms, right?
Okay.
One for applications.
Yeah.
If you want to date this.
And we do come together, by the way. Not in a sexual way. Just putting that out there.
Never say never. 2, I think we should have another form for people to submit their dating advice.
Ah, yeah.
Because I think we need both.
Yes.
Simultaneously, side by side.
Yes.
Dating advice, applications.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. Hetero flexible, FYI. Totally straight.
I don't even understand what hetero flexible means.
I mean, it means if you're a woman and you're hot enough, I would. So that's us. A little bit drunk. Don't know if that was immediately obvious, but do you know what? Sponsor us.
Chocolate wine.
Because
fucking amazing.
You have ruined all other wines for me. I can only drink this Rubis chocolate wine. Emma doesn't even fucking like red wine, and she's now obsessed.
This is amazing. Cheers.
So, Rubis, talking to you.
This chocolate wine is amazing.
Sponsor us.
It is amazing.
Sponsor us.
And I don't like red wine, and that is amazing.
You need to send us enough alcohol to do our spin-off series, Drunk Real Housewives, and Emma's spin-off, which I'm trying to convince her is going to be Drunk Formula One. Yes. Tell me if you want that. Comments. All right. We're going to go and get more drunk. And we love you so much. And I'm so happy that we're going to continue this journey with Emma, with you guys, because you're so fucking cute.
Yeah.
These are, you know who they are, don't you? They're our sexy listeners.
Sexy listeners. I mean, I would say thank you for welcoming me to the family. I am a sister from another mister, and I'm super happy to be here and super happy to impart my knowledge, little as it is.
I just want to, on this note, how many bottles of this wine would they have to send us for us to get a Rubis tattoo?
A Rubis tattoo. Oh my God. Can I just tell you, she's a tattoo obsessed. You may or may not know that. Yeah. And I would also say she is the best person at convincing you to get a tattoo. I have now got 2 tattoos with Dee that I probably wouldn't have got otherwise. And I'm sure she'll make me get more, which I mean it depends. Depends where I don't know if I want a Rubis tattoo, I'll be totally honest.
I mean, it wouldn't be
You
this
would.
bottle. I would. Rubis, this is a message specifically to you. I'm going to tag you. I'm going to cut this into a specific reel. I'm going to tag you. Rubis.
We do love your wine.
We love your wine. And if you send me, you do packages of 6 bottles.
Yeah.
If you send me,
I mean, it is a little bottle. It's not a normal
to be fair,
size
it's
bottle.
50 cl, not 75. So if you send me, what's 4 times 6? 24.
Yeah.
24 bottles of your wine, I will get.
Would you get like a wine bottle?
No, I'm thinking this logo with maybe Rubis underneath.
Okay.
This logo is really cool. I'd get that like underneath.
Oh, yeah, it would go quite nicely under.
Right. That's
under
happening,
the Prosecco.
Rubis. That's happening underneath.
Just to be clear, though, I don't have to do this, right?
No.
Okay.
But 24 bottles, right? More if you want to convince this one. All right. We're going to sign off before I agree to do more stupid shit. Unless you've got ideas for stupid shit for me to do for alcohol, because I will. Hashtag drink responsibly. Bye. Love you, sexy listeners.
Love you.